Since birth, women have been taught to compare themselves to each other, to compete, to look at what the other woman has, her looks, her body, her lifestyle, her man. Sadly, an insane amount of grown women still have not grown out of this. They see that you have something they want, and instead of learning from you and achieving it themselves, they'll want to swap lives with you instead. They'll copy you, stay close to you to get the benefits and the life you have. Through life experience, you'll unfortunately realize most of your friends are actually frenemies. If you have one or two loyal friends that don't want your life, your man, your looks, and have a persona of their own, then you are blessed. But many women want to swap lives with you. Many women see that you have something they want and will do what needs to be done so that they can take it away from you. Women are very good at hiding their intentions. And when they try to destiny swap with you, the signs are so hard to see. It takes forever to see them. If you have an off feeling about someone, if you feel like they might want what you have or be jealous of something you have, listen to your intuition. It's never wrong. Too many women ignore it. They convince themselves that they're overthinking and then only realize they've been destiny swapped after it's already happened, after the other woman is already living the life that they were meant to live in. Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton are a great example of this.
Paris, we love you!
Can I get a picture with you? Thank you. I love your song. Thank you.
Paris Hilton was the it girl in the 2000s. Kim saw her as an opportunity to get her foot in the door. She saw the fame Paris had and wanted it for herself. She became her friend, her stylist, her shadow.
Kim understood, if I go with Paris, then I'm in the photo, even if it's on the side. And so she's insinuating herself as, again, as a supporting character, but as a character nonetheless.
And for the next 3 years, I photographed her day and night and kept that machine rolling so that she became relevant and she would be put on every single tabloid. So it was nothing more than just feeding the frenzy and creating it.
Kim was watching, studying, and staying close to someone who already had the fame, the look, and the lifestyle she wanted. When Kim wasn't famous, she copied everything Paris did in hopes of getting her fame. The voice, the way of talking, the clothes, the photo poses. She copied the spoiled rich girl aesthetic, the baby voice, and the paparazzi setups. And when Paris's tape was leaked, Kim also made a tape and pretended it was leaked. I even remember Paris was super pissed at Kim for lying about the tape because she actually had a tape that was leaked and it caused a lot of shame and trauma. But Kim wanted what Paris had so bad. She didn't care who she had to step on to get it. Kim saw how much attention Paris got for having a leaked tape. So that's what Kim did. She got a hotel, some cheap hotel with whatever his name is, made a tape, pretended it was leaked, just to gain the same amount of attention that Paris had. Kim studied Paris like a blueprint. And while Paris was busy playing the it girl, Kim was playing the long game.
You gotta take a picture of me. Here.
Let's pick it up, man. This way. You ready?
How they come out? Good? Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to bother you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're from Massachusetts, our first time here. So.
Have fun.
Thank you, babe. I love you. I'll call you when I finish this. Bye, bye.
Fast forward, the roles are now reversed. Kim is now the billionaire, the icon, the one everyone knows. She became what Paris was supposed to be, but bigger. Meanwhile, Paris just isn't as famous or talked about as she used to be. Sure, she's still kind of relevant, but nowhere near the same level of influence, power, or legacy as Kim. That's the scary part. A woman can come into your life playing sweet, playing small, calling you queen and pretending she has good intentions. She'll make you feel that all she wants is to be your friend and give you a shoulder when you need it. Then, silently build her empire off your blueprint. And before you even see what's happening, she's living the life you paved. This is a classic example of how a girl can see you have a lifestyle she wants, fame in this case, get close to you, study you, play the long game, and then take it from you and leave you behind. Paris was the original. She had her own persona. Kim at that time didn't. I feel that Kim is the literal definition of it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Because take a look at who she's starting to hang around right now. Looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? In the past, I had an account with a big following. Brands would send me clothes and skincare, and I'd post photos and videos of them on my socials. It was my way of making money. I was basically doing the whole influencer thing. I met this girl who at that time I truly thought was my best friend, but slowly I started noticing the copying. She copied the way I dressed, the way I talked, the exact type of photos I take, same poses, same angles, even the same or similar locations. She literally copied how I'd respond to comments, like it was just starting to get creepy. I was young, and back then I took it as flattery. I actually thought it was sweet that I had something in me that inspired her. She lived in the center and I told her I was moving there too because I wanted more opportunities. That's when things got weird. She tried so hard to convince me not to move there, and I couldn't understand why. Like, why wouldn't you want your friend living closer to you, right? But after I moved, her own friends started telling me what she has been saying behind my back. She would say things like that I don't deserve the following I have, that she deserves to be an influencer and not me, and that she doesn't get how I made it into being an influencer and she still hasn't. And then I found out that she was secretly messaging guys I was flirting with, trying to get their attention behind my back. And that wasn't even half of it. What I slowly realized was that she never saw me as a friend. She saw that I was living the lifestyle she wanted. She got close just to learn, to copy, and try to become me. And when copying me didn't work for her, she got bitter. Looking back at it, that's when she started to, put me down for being an influencer. Even though she knew I was making money off of it. She told me to, get a real job. She criticized my clothes and then would go wear the exact same thing. She'd tell me I had bad taste in men, but go and flirt with them behind my back. She was trying to break my confidence, trying to make me question myself, hoping I'd stop doing what I was doing so that she could do it instead. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm someone who gets a bit more closed off when serious things happen. Especially with family, I need time to process, think it through before I talk about it. Even with people I'm close to. But whenever I'd eventually open up to her, she'd get super pissed off, super upset, and go off on me like, how dare I not tell her right away? I was a kid at that time, but looking back, crazy how I missed that red flag too. She had to know everything and anything going on in my life, especially if it was something bad. But the beautiful thing is, if you notice the signs and don't let people like this break you down, they can't take your place. She's not me. No matter how much she copies me, she'll never outdo the original. Another great example of destiny swapping, and honestly one of the most common, is when a woman sees the life your man gives you, and she thinks if she takes your man, she'll get the same life. She wants the same love, the same treatment, and the same outcome. I really feel like Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez are the perfect example for this. Before she was Hailey Bieber, she was Hailey Baldwin, a model and a daughter of a famous actor. But she wasn't as famous as Selena, and she definitely wasn't on Justin's level. Hailey was a known fan of Selena Gomez. She had tweets from 2011 to 2013 where she was like literally fangirling over Justin and Selena being together. She would post things like, Selena is so cute, don't argue, and she would also post things like, I'm for sure 100% Team Jelena. She followed fan pages, liked content about them, and kept up with everything the couple was doing. She wasn't just watching, she was studying. Hailey's family used their connection to get her around Justin early on. She first met him in 2009 at the Today Show, arranged by her dad. And over the years, she started showing up at the same events, hanging with the mutual friends, and eventually became part of the church crew Justin was in. Then, she became friends with the Jenners, which just made her moves even more calculated, because both Kendall and Kylie were rumored to have hooked up with Justin during his on and off phase with Selena. These hookups happened around 2014, and guess what? That's exactly when Hailey became close with the Jenners. So not only was Hailey watching, she was aligning herself with the same girls that helped to replace Selena. She was very strategic, calculated, and quietly sliding into the circle Selena was being pushed out of. Now here's the crazy part. Hailey and Justin got married in under 6 months, but she had been watching him and Selena for years. Hailey briefly dated Justin in 2016. He left her and got back with Selena in 2017. Hailey watched it happen, and then in 2018 she married him. Years of watching, and then suddenly she's his wife. And it's funny to me that now Hailey acts like the whole past never happened. She deleted all her fangirl tweets, she stopped publicly mentioning Selena, and she told the media she was never a fan, never paid attention to what was happening between them, pretending like she didn't know. Hailey didn't just want Justin, she wanted the position Selena held. world. She wanted to be the one, the wife, the muse, the love of his life. So what did she do? She started copying Selena's whole energy. She launched Rhode right after Selena dropped Rare Beauty. She started pushing the clean girl, soft girl aesthetic, posted similar content, even saying some of the exact same words Selena used in her interviews.
And I realized that everybody else seemed to be narrating my life for me.
Yes.
So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story? It's not hateful or anything. It's simply a beautiful moment to let go of.
I realized that I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
That was one of the moments where I was like, I don't have to be that 19-year-old body shape anymore because I'm not.
I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 24 now. I feel like my body has changed the most, even this last.
She was the first record I ever bought, and she was the first concert I ever went to, Baby One More Time, and I love her.
And I love Britney Spears. She was the first concert I ever went to. Like, I idolized her as a kid.
This is my real home. Everything that we're doing is at home. This is my amazing kitchen, which is the set.
Yeah.
So we actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house. This is not a set. This is where I really live.
The okie dokie jar.
Okie doke. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
These breads are complete. Okie dokie.
She and Justin even started doing TikToks and interviews that gave off the same energy Justin and Selena used to have. So why would Hailey try to destiny swap with Selena? Because Selena had everything she thought she deserved. The attention, the career, the man, the public love, and most importantly, the emotional history with Justin. Hailey played the long game. She smiled, got close with the right people, stayed in the room and waited, and when her moment came, she took it.
Hailey Bieber never wanted Justin Bieber. She wanted Selena. Part of the reason why Hailey is still obsessed with Selena Gomez after she had his baby. She married the guy and she still cannot get over the ex-girlfriend. It's not because she wanted Justin. It is because she wanted Selena's life. A lot of Hailey's frustration is that she feels like Selena got Justin at the height of his career when he was the hottest pop star in the entire world. Hailey is frustrated because she spent almost 10 years, over 10 years, stalking this guy, showing up at his hotel rooms, showing up to where he was having dates, driving past Selena's house while she was in rehab. Hailey Bieber chased this man to end up with this version of Justin Bieber. I think that is absolutely killing her inside. I think she's upset. She's pissed. She's like, I spent so much time chasing this man. I finally have him and I'm not happy. It's not because she wanted Justin. She wanted Selena's life. Remember that Hailey Baldwin comes from a very big entertainment family. The Baldwins. You might not know if you're Gen Z, but they're pretty big in the entertainment industry. I knew she hasn't really any talent. She can't sing, she can't dance, she can't act. She saw Selena, this beautiful triple threat, at like 15, 16 years old, singing, dancing, acting, and her boyfriend is the most popular pop star in the entire world. I truly don't think that the obsession was ever with Justin. It was with having Selena's life. And she thought that if she could have Justin, she could have at least a crumb of the status and the glory that Selena has. But unfortunately, she ended up with this version of Justin Bieber. And this is why even after having his baby and marrying him, she's still obsessed with Selena Gomez.
That's what destiny swapping looks like. It's a long game, a dangerous one a lot of women play. They're not just trying to take your man, they're trying to take your life. They want what was meant for you, and they'll pretend it was always theirs. Women will quietly study you, get close to your world, copy your vibe, and then flip it to live the life they watched you build. It starts as flattery, then turns into silent competition, and before you know it, she took over the life you were meant to live in. One of my husband's friends is dating this new girl. She was always over complimenting me, got close way too fast, and kept saying how she has no friends because girls are fake. But then she'd tell me how happy she is that I'm not like those other girls and how there's no jealousy between us. She'd vent about how unsatisfied she is with her man, how he's too feminine, takes too many pictures for social media, all of that. She knew exactly who I am, what I stand for, and the lifestyle I live. Then, out of nowhere, I start noticing the content she's liking on Instagram, for example. You know how it shows what people engage with? She's out there liking gold digger content, stay-at-home wife posts and stuff, you know, know, that just doesn't match who she claimed to be and what she claimed to believe in. I should have listened to myself when I felt something was off, but sadly, I ignored it. Then something happened to our home. She messaged me asking if I'm okay and started asking questions about what happened. And right after talking to me, she goes and privately messages my husband asking if he's okay, asking what happened. That's when I really started feeling like something's off, because like, girl, you just messaged me and you're closer to me than him, so what's the point of messaging him too? I gave you the info. I even checked if she's done this with other friends' husbands. Like maybe she's just like, I don't know, the super kind person who just messages everyone. I don't know. But nope, she only messaged mine. So I started backing off a bit and keeping an eye on her and on my own man too, because like, why is she messaging you too? That's weird. At our wedding, she met my husband's mom and immediately added her on Facebook. She's met plenty of other people's parents before, but for some reason she only added his mom. I also noticed during the wedding, she was dancing near him, trying to get close, but didn't come up to dance with me, not even once. And she's closer to me. I even remember when we all sat at a friend's place. Her man told me I was beautiful in front of everyone and she got really mad about it. She was very cold towards me and him the whole night, which is her thing, her standards, you know, whatever. But I feel like all of this build up of her resenting her man for being feminine, her man, you know, giving me the attention, because he's told me multiple times that, oh, I look so beautiful, oh, that hair looks so good on me in front of her. I think this builds some kind of resentment when she sees that my own man doesn't compliment maybe other women and doesn't post all these pictures on Instagram. Like, my man probably represents more of what she's looking for than her own man. And I feel like this resentment built up so bad that maybe she's trying to find, not even maybe, it's obvious that she's trying to find a way to get closer to my man, to take him away from me. Anyways, I finally decided to listen to my intuition. I changed how close I let her get to me. Of course, I still have to be nice. She's dating my husband's friend, but I stopped oversharing. Stopped letting her know what I'm up to. I muted her from like seeing my posts, and I'm not trying to get no evil eye from you. Like, it's just the energy was weird. Now it's just a simple hi, how are you, and bye. I didn't tell anyone about it, not even my husband, because I wanted to see how she'd react. That way, I'd know if I was just overthinking or if there was actually something off. After I started distancing from her, she magically stopped messaging my husband. She magically backed off. I didn't even have to say a single word, not to him and not to her. She knew exactly what the issue was. The thing about women is they'll never admit they want what you have. They'll never admit they're trying to find ways to take what you have. And they know we have intuition. We feel it, but they know we're quick to ignore it. We gaslight ourselves. We convince ourselves we're overthinking. That's exactly why women do what they do, because the moment you call them out, they flip it on you and say you're the jealous one. They expect you to doubt yourself so they can keep playing the long game, slowly sneaking in, taking whatever it is they've been eyeing. They know it's wrong. They know they're being shady. They're just hoping you never catch on. Another great example is the childhood friend of mine. I've mentioned the story in a previous video, but I feel like it's a great example for this one too. I let her stay at my place and all of a sudden she became interested in my lifestyle. That I have a guy paying bills, that I have freedom to do what I want basically. She started posting content about this lifestyle, started telling me how lucky I am to have him, how she wishes she had a life like mine, a man like mine. What's even more weird to me is that when she stayed over, she asked me if we even sleep together because she doesn't hear it. Why do you think she asked that? She was clearly trying to convince herself my marriage isn't as great as it seems, trying to find what's missing, maybe even figuring out how she could insert herself in it. People don't ask questions like that because they care. It's all calculated. Anyways, then she went to a bar and sent me a photo of some guy saying he looks just like my husband. I agreed. He did look like him. Then she tells me she's gonna flirt with him. That's when my line got crossed. Should have been way sooner, but I'm not God. Sadly, I ignored my intuition and told myself I was overthinking. Now, did she try to destiny swap with me? Not exactly. From what I saw, I didn't notice her trying to get close to my man or trying to take him away from me, but what I did notice is she looked at my life and wanted to live it the way I do. She thought if she copied my mindset, went for the men that look like mine, she'd get what I have. But that's the issue. She's not me. It doesn't matter what she copies from me, she'll never get what I get or have what I have. And when these women realize that, they resent you. They turn against you because how dare you? They copied you from head to toe, copied the way you talk, walk, look, and think, and still don't get what you have. They'll think, why do you get to have it and they don't? That's when they start trying to sabotage you, turn people against you, and convince you to lower yourself. A woman that feels the need to copy someone to get what they have is a dangerous one to play these games with. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by someone's way of thinking, or I don't know, their hair. But once it gets to the point that you're copying so many things they do, that's when it becomes scary. Another story story I talked about in a previous video, one of my exes had a crush on this girl, but she never wanted him. Then I came into the picture, looked at her, and I knew I had no competition. We got together and he gave me a really good lifestyle, I won't lie. Me and her, we were never friends. I'd see her always looking at my stories but never following me. Eventually, I broke up with him. Happened to see that girl he had, a crush on for years at the bar, and she asked me how things were between us. I told her we were done. She sat with me for hours telling me how I deserve better, how she doesn't even know how I got with him, yada yada. What do you think she did that same night? Messaged him and started dating him. For years, he chased her and she kept rejecting him. Then she saw he got with someone like me. She saw the life he provided me. She waited and creeped on us patiently. And the second she saw she had a chance, she took it. That was back in 2016. To this day, she still watches my stories without following me, still checks my TikTok, still talks about me, and even asks about me to people I know.
A girl will want your man so motherfucking bad. She will watch your relationship from the shadows, foaming, salivating from the mouth, waiting for you guys to break up, waiting for any sign that he's unhappy or he's pissed or y'all not talking, whatever the case may be, right? So let's just say you finally leave that man. Like you leave that man, you go, here sis, here, you got it. Like, you win. I don't want him no more. So you give her the man, right? So now she's got what she wanted and you move on with your life unfazed. She's still obsessing over you, still watching your page, still watching your every move, obsessing over where you go, what you wear, who you're with, like just obsessing over your life. They argue about you. Like, they literally have arguments about you. You want to know why? Because it wasn't the man that she wanted. Like, she didn't pinpoint that specific man and say, that's the man I wanted. She saw how he treated you. She saw what you guys did together. She saw the type of relationship you had. He watched your relationship and saw how good he treated you and how much he loved you. She didn't want that specific man. She wanted the man he was to you. But newsflash, that's not how it works. You cannot watch somebody's relationship and think that you're going to replicate that. Like, if you get that man, you're going to have that same relationship. That's not how it works. Men are different. With every woman they date, they do things differently depending on the type of woman. Some women bring out the lazy in a man, bring out the worst in a man. And then some women bring out the best in a man, bring out the most motivated, have him doing shit he would have never did. But it just depends on the woman. You can't look at how a man treated me and go, okay, I want that man because he really loved her and he did this and that for her. And then when you get him, he doesn't do that for you. And then now you're miserable. It's where you girls fuck your own life up because you'll want a girl's man so bad because you see the way he's treating her and you think it's so great. And then you get with him and you're like, why aren't you doing this for me? Why aren't you you did that with her. Why aren't you doing this with me? Because you're not her. I only wanted you because I wanted what you had with that girl. But guess what? You're not that girl. You're not that girl. And once we start realizing you are you and they are them, then we'll start getting somewhere.
Family also tries to destiny swap, not just women or friends. If you're the golden child, they try to outdo you. Beyonce and Solange are a great example. If you're the pretty one, they get the surgeries, dress like you, mimic your style. I think that Gigi Hadid and Bella are a great example for this. If you're close to mom and dad, they start sabotaging your relationship to take your place. Beyonce and her sister are a great example of this. Beyonce is the star of the family, and her sister had to intentionally create a separate artistic identity so that she wouldn't be seen as the other sister. There's a reason why her sister is super, edgy and artsy. She had to create a separate lane or risk being a shadow in the family. Her sister didn't try to destiny swap with Beyonce, but it shows how deep the tension can run in families when a sister gets all the spotlight. Some parents actually try to swap their own kid with another kid when they see that other child is shining in ways their own child doesn't. There's this show about, competitive dance called Dance Moms, where one girl, her name is Maddie, was clearly the best. She was super talented, focused, and disciplined. The dance teacher favorited Maddie because of that. The other moms, they wanted their daughters to be like Maddie. They tried to, copy Maddie's routines, push their kids harder to, get in the spotlight and even talk badly about Maddie just to bring her down and level the playing field. It was never about their own daughter's journey. It was about becoming the parent of the star. Men also destiny swap with women. Britney Spears and her ex-husband Kevin are a great example. Britney was a superstar. Kevin was her backup dancer. dancer. She put him on, gave him fame, wealth, and a lifestyle he'd never have on his own. But what did he do? He got her pregnant, took her money, tried to control her image, later tried to control her narrative, portraying her as the unstable while he walked away clean. He used her glow, her name, her reach, and then flipped it. He went from backup dancer to famous baby daddy. That was never his destiny. He took hers and used it. He didn't want to become a better man. He wanted to become relevant through her name. Let's not forget Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. They're also a great example. It started as love, then shifted into control. Kanye once said he made Kim famous, but Kim was already a rising icon. Then, look what happened. He helped style her, is what he says. He rebranded her image, became obsessed with controlling how she dressed, walked, and talked, started acting like her success was only possible because of him. Then, when she got too powerful, he publicly humiliated her, dragged her name, tried to rewrite her story by turning her into the villain and himself into the misunderstood genius. He didn't just want a wife, he wanted to rewrite history and place himself at the center of her empire. You need to understand that in other people's eyes, your life is basically a movie to them. A lot of men and women see your potential. They see what you have and how much more you're capable of getting. So they attach themselves to you. To them, you're the main character. You have it all. And they're willing to play the background role for as long as it takes just to learn, copy your moves, and eventually become the main character themselves. Many of these people don't want to build their own life. They want yours. They want the life that was meant for you. And honestly, some people aren't jealous of where you're at now. It's where you're going that makes them uneasy. If you're starting from nothing and breaking generational curses, a lot of people want you to stay right where you are. They don't want you creating a new path for yourself because it doesn't fit the story they have in their head about your life. Let's go over the signs of a destiny swapper so that you know what to watch out for. 1. They copy everything you do. The clothes you wear, the way you speak, the content you post, even the makeup or poses. It's not a once or twice thing, it's constant. They'll even switch up their whole aesthetic the moment you do. 2. They get close to you fast. They suddenly want to be your best friend. They love bomb you with compliments like, "You're so inspiring, I've never met someone like you, I wish I had your life," or "You're so lucky." You will even have this weird feeling that they're just watching you all the time. 3. They try to copy your path. If you're in a certain career, they suddenly want to do the same thing. If you decide to study something, they suddenly change their interest and want to study whatever it is you're studying. If you're dating someone amazing, they'll try to find or take a similar man. 4. They start moving like you. They start using your phrases, they start talking like you, they start responding to things the way you would. Their vibe changes to reflect yours. 5. They want your spot in your world. You introduce them to your group of friends, they try to become the new you in it. You have a brand or an audience, they start building a similar one. Your man, they flirt with him behind your back or try to attract someone that's like him or looks like him. 6. They secretly compete with you. They throw insults but disguise them as jokes. They start copying you and then criticize you for it. If you share good news, they downplay it. If you're winning in life, they suddenly act distant or weird. Remember, some of them will root for you publicly, but are praying for your downfall privately. 7. They're always watching, even after you cut them off. They stalk your page, your stories, your likes. They still copy you even after you're no longer friends. They try to keep up with your blueprint from a distance because their entire plan is still based on you. Women destiny swap because instead of doing the inner work to become the best version of themselves, they try to fast track their glow up by copying someone who's already done the work. So how do you protect yourself from a destiny swapper? 1. Don't overshare your wins or future plans. Keep your business quiet and move different. People and so-called friends will steal your spotlight if you hand it to them. People who get destiny swapped are always too open with their lives. There's a reason why powerful people are so secretive. 2. Watch who mirrors you. Not everyone who copies you supports you. 3. Notice the energy. Do you feel drained around her? Do you feel off? Icky? Trust that feeling. 4. Stop giving them access. The less they know, the less they can copy you. Remove them from socials or at least mute so they don't see what you're doing in life. 5. Do not drink or eat whatever they give you. Taking food or drinks from someone who's trying to mess with your life is basically letting them control or hurt you. In a lot of cultures, vultures. Eating or drinking something from a jealous or toxic person is like opening the door for their bad energy or even curses to get into you. Some people believe in this, some don't. My family always taught me this and I used to call them crazy for it. But I swear, every time I ate or drank at someone's place that I knew didn't like me, I'd have bad dreams. And I can count on one hand the amount of bad dreams I've had in my life. Random things would also happen to me, like a heel breaking off randomly or a plate dropping out of nowhere. Just really weird, creepy energy. Ever since then, I've always eaten beforehand and also bring my own water bottle. I swear by it now. Lastly, and I really feel you need to watch out for this, people think destiny swappers are just people who are jealous or people that see your potential and want to stop you from getting it. But destiny swappers are also the nice people who just have a lot of bad luck. These people are usually very desperate to take over other people's luck or steal their shine. So be aware and make sure to watch out for them too. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and I love you all.